And now his undefeated opponent makes Dominica Republicana, Hendri La Bazuca.
Boxing's best nickname of that man, Hendri Cedeño, proudly representing boxing family. His father taught him how to fight, taught his twin sister how to fight, and it's always a party going down watching Cedeño in the Dominican Republic. Certainly they're tuned in here tonight. Last fight, we got some footage from the Cedeño clan. This is what it looks like, Michael, in the Dominican Republic.
It reminds me of Philippines and Pacquiao. A couple hundred people there, or 15-0, and he keeps on winning. Maybe they're going to be doing the same jam tonight.
That was the feeling, and this time a vacant title on the line, so the fans are going to be even more tape. You see the age difference there and the reach, and remember the reach is measured from the armpit to
there's a number that isn't there. These guys are comparable as far as seasoning go. Umara is a very seasoned guy, has seen a lot, of a good showing for himself. He does not want another loss, so going to be motivated. Cedeño is the A side here, though.
Bodo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues from the center of the ring here in Orlando, Florida. Champions, airing exclusively worldwide on DAZN. Our next contest, the vacant WBO Intercontinental Super Lightweight Championship. Brought to you by Promotions and M&R Promotions. And presented by Caribe Royale Orlando, embracing all willing to take a chance, surrender to nothing. O2 Sports Insurance, the #1 in sports insurance coverage, global leader. The contest is sanctioned by the World Boxing Organization, the president, Gustavo Oliveri S. Joe Hernandez. The judges scoring this count, David DeYoung, Brad and Jack. The action when the bell sounds. The referee in charge is Frank Gentile. Introducing first, 39 pounds. His impressive professional record consists of 13 victories against 3 defeats. Black this evening and hails from Miami, Florida, by way of Santi Spiritu, Cuba. Fede Centro and Fede Latin champion, Idalberto Umara. His opponent is undefeated, fighting out of the 1/2 pounds. As a professional, his record is a perfect one. 15 victories, 0 defeat of knockout. He wears black this evening and hails from Villaverde, La Romana. Please welcome Hendri La Bazuca.
Gentlemen, gave your instructions in the dressing room. Anything below here, I'm going to cut back clean. Keep your hands up at all times. Any questions? Any questions? Good luck. Touch them up. Good luck.
Was introduced to the sport. His father, Aquino Cedeño, who passed. His father is in the corner as a spiritual cut man. Also in the corner for Cedeño, his brother,
Man, it almost brought tears to my eyes. I love it. He has an infectious smile. That I advance as he continues to move forward and up the ranks. Has to keep winning, though. Let's see what he does here with Umara.
This fight is our Kansas in the super lightweight division. Karan Bhatia on the call, joined by Michael Woods. This is Box on the Zone. This fight is going to be contested for the vacant WBO Intercontinental. Cedeño in the red gloves, Idalberto Umara in the blue gloves. Let's get this one underway, Michael.
Answering right away in center ring right now. Both men look like they've warmed up. There's good hand speed to start and for a round 1.
And we've seen Umara here before. The headliner here tonight, Umara did. And Umara actually dropped Brown in the 4th round and not a flash knockout. And so Umara, has the ability to play spoiler. There's a quick combination for Umara. About
230 as an amateur record. So, right, you say only 16 fights is a position. Beyond that, comparable levels as far as, the rounds they've done and the maturity they have. So I see this as on paper being sort of comparable levels, and let's see, right? The fighting Cedeño brothers, and they have a little bit of buzz going at them. Let's be very build up build this house up, make it your own.
Go in the opening round. Hendri Cedeño, he's undefeated, and he knows what this opportunity be big for him in his development in his career. 15-0, 11 wins.
The Bazuca moving forward, trying to back Umara up. Umara is okay with that, backing up. He doesn't mind getting backed into a corner. He can work off there. That's not scary to him.
Behind the jab. It's a lightning quick jab, and then you're seeing the movement there for Umara as well. Both men have had their moments here, and we've seen a lot of speed from either man. We've seen working behind the jabs. Interesting round one. If that's a feeling out round, we're going to have a great fight ahead here.
Right. I thought it was a 60-40 with the 60, but as we said, we think on paper pretty darn comparable. We like this as a co-main event.
Take a look at the last 6 appearances there for Cedeño, as we've talked about.
Last gloved up December 13th, 2024 with a decision win over Louis. Didn't seem to be any bad blood or excessive competition in between the brothers. We didn't Cedeño household for each other. No jealousy.
Hendri's Cedeño's brother. Yuri wins by knockout, only 25 years old. They've sparred together in the past, as they told us. The better of each other. It's just good work in there.
Yeah, I asked around a little bit on that, and it's like, no, they never were ripping each other. 50-pounder, we saw him at the fighter meeting. He got big old biceps. He looks like a middleweight, so that would be a little bit for him. But there's no hatred. It's pure love. And again, that smile that we saw from Cedeño, have that demeanor. I know Johan Guzman, a very enjoyable personality, so that came through for me as well.
Saw the watch party there for Cedeño. Certainly it's going to be the same way here tonight. There was a quick combination, a chip on his shoulder here as he waves the right hand. I don't know if he hurt the right hand there, but Umara, in his mind, he won that fight. And so he's out on a little bit of a redemption tour here, Michael.
Right, and you got Brown guys back on the same track. To do that again, that's probably not going to happen. But there's a little bit of extra. If he focuses it the right way, right? Be smart. Don't let any frustration of losing. But he looks pretty sharp. Hand speed is there. Movement is there. Umara looks pretty solid tonight here in round 2. You see he's light on his feet, Curran. Definitely all of it. And you see Bazuca coming forward, trying to track him down so far. And then ripping to the body is the Bazuca. Try to quell those legs a little bit. Stop that.
Style difference here. Cedeño playing the role of stalker. Umara shots.
And leading off the back foot, too, right? Staying busy, he's backing up, not just getting chewed. Staying busy, keeping a jab out there, keeping distance in between them smartly. Not untracked yet. He's still figuring out this style, still figuring out what he has in front of him.
Quick combinations for Cedeño, partially blocked by Umara. Both men investing to the body and upstairs, seeing a variety of punches here.
He is a judge. I liked Umara's work backing up here in this round. Ring generalship was on point.
Able to do it in that second round, have success backing up. Idalberto Umara, we here at Caribe Royale against Kevin Brown. Lost the split decision, knocked down Brown, felt like he won that. For him moving in the right direction and still has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder from that loss.
It's not like he's been sitting on the shelf for a whole year or anything, but could be an element of rust there. So good. He looks to be on point. We saw him shaking that right hand. Didn't see any real negatives on it. Suspected it was. We liked it on paper. So far, so good. Solid co-main.
Round 3. To Umara said the moment the fight was offered, it wasn't a question. Yes. So he knew what this offer, fighting for this vacant WBO Intercontinental Super Lightweight title, and that would be a big step. Would love to have that vacant belt.
Umara started out allowing Cedeño to close the previous round. So let's see if he a little adaptation here and not as much back Cedeño. Oh, well, he just took a right hand on the chin there. Real clean, hard shot.
Cedeño did some damage of Umara. Seems like Cedeño's finding that through.
Yeah, Umara not dictating the distance in between there to come in on him and land clean on him.
And it seems like Cedeño has upped the pace. And this is that was where Umara didn't want to be, right? Back on the ropes, back in the corner, because that's where Cedeño is moving with that lateral movement. He's able to have success and not give Cedeño a stationary target.
Here, it seems sort of a comparable level in power here. It doesn't seem an obvious advantage either way.
Big right hand. He's knocked down opponents in the past. Here comes Umara. And it's Idalberto Umara. Huge right hand, turned around the fight.
All the way back, Kern. He definitely buzzed him real good. Umara's a sharpshooter in this
end of his own. But Umara did damage. Another
right hand uppercut from outside, so on point. Accuracy so on point for Umara in this round. Very much in control.
That left uppercut just missed. And remember, it was the uppercut that's so he knows he has that in his tool belt, and it's been on display here in round 3. 10 seconds to go in what has been an exceptional.
No big smiles from Cedeño now, my friend.
Incredible. Throwing a big variety of punches, and I think that's been to his advantage because they're coming at different angles. There was a right uppercut, there was a left uppercut, and had success. Round 3 by Umara.
If Cedeño didn't know that the right hand coming from underneath was dangerous, well, blood landed. There's twice, ripping right hand from the side. He's acting like the bazooka. Did buzz him in that round. Cedeño did well to stay on his feet and not get chewed up. He fused fully, but that was a full-on Umara round. I mean, you could give him a 2-point round almost there if you wanted to. Very solid start, better start for Umara than Cedeño so far.
Round 4 underway and flipping the narrative of this fight.
Well, it's clear. Cedeño has been told, Bazuca, you got to take it to Umara because you were getting chewed up there before. You got to be the aggressor.
He did. Calls himself boxing's best kept secret, and you see a little more intensity here.
There's a heavy danger zone for Cedeño in that last round. So good to see him coming back and doing something. Aggression is the biggest thing. Trying to back Umara up. Do not let him have command last third round. And Umara, his accuracy is on point tonight. Oh, mine, his so far.
Pinpoint accuracy for Idalberto Umara. There was a right hand that got through. There's a right uppercut partially blocked. But Cedeño, this is where Umara doesn't want to be. Doesn't want to have his back on the ropes. Doesn't want to have his back on the corner.
Keep an eye out. Let's see if that is from Cedeño's face or the nose. Great effect. Cedeño, he's still getting picked off by Umara.
There. Got through for him.
Cedeño looping shots. I'm worried that if I'm his corner, Umara's going to find him in between. And
by Umara, the uppercuts have been dangerous here. Got the attention of Cedeño.
Now, the increased activity from Cedeño and power punches, that's not meaningless. See his body. He's slight. He could maybe get worn down a little bit, too. So I think this volume. Take back round so far, and ending now 15 seconds for Cedeño.
Cedeño, after seemingly losing round 3. Good action there to close out the round. Hendri Cedeño.
It had to be that way. That round 3 was really bad for him. Okay, and you're seeing there in the red corner, which is an indication of what? You got to steady that ship. Hey, this is what I want to see from you. One voice.
We mentioned Hendri tragically passing in 2014, but Cedeño's brother Yuri in
feet, he's going to do what he wants, and with his Cedeño can't do. He
Hendri
cannot
Cedeño.
let Umara get into a rhythm of movement and keep being the bazooka.
Hendri Cedeño in the red gloves. Idalberto Umara in the blue. You are in the Umara corner. I mean, you have to be calling for the uppercut again, right? Umara had success in round 3, had success.
But when you're getting backed up, it's really hard to get the feet planted to rip that. And that's why Bazuca Cedeño backing him up, taking that weapon away.
Referee Frank Gentile warning both men not to hold the head down.
And I think that's Cedeño's best plan.
Through this round 5, back and forth fight. Contrast in styles. Up, using movement, counter punching. Hendri Cedeño has been stalking.
He was in a very effective round 3. When he keeps on moving, but he keeps active, alacrity. See right there, that's back, and Cedeño is not able to get off like he likes. I like the crispness, I like the pop in Umara's punches tonight.
Umara certainly fully motivated. He mentioned against Kevin Brown, he was coming off of the flu. Since then, he's scored a TKO win. Here comes, gets through.
Cedeño threatening to steal the round on the judge's card, win the round, which I think he did. He was the better ring general as well.
Another fascinating round in this one. Lightweight championship hangs in the balance. I mentioned this last round, Michael. The uppercut, we haven't seen it again from Umara. I'm going to look at some of the action in round 5.
That bang, right hand, coming forward, trying to rip with the right hand, mix it up, body work, looking for the... Hey, on paper we said somewhere in the neighborhood of a 50-50. I believe it's playing out that way real nicely. We do have that main event coming up. Kevin Brown might be the best 6-0 fighter. Has to look forward to.
Halfway through our co-main event. This one is scheduled for 10 rounds. Super lightweight championship. We're coming to you live from Caribe Royale in Orlando, Florida. Box lap joined by Michael Woods. Fascinating fight developing in front of us. Hendri Cedeño, he's in the red. A lot of back and forth action. Both men landing the uppercut. Both men landing in combination.
Cedeño is throwing that volume, combinations, piling it up. He's winning those. It's hard to do, right? You got to punch in between. And Umara has that capability, but he doesn't always do it. So taking it to him, that's not easy to do, right? I don't just call for that and that happens. But when he does that, he's winning.
Cedeño, moments ago.
Hyper aggressive he wants to be. And then you just see that slickness from Umara, just the slip, and he's had, a couple hundred fights.
The difference might be in stamina, in cardio. Who can keep this pace, right? Because strategies, different game plans, but both men are expending a lot of energy here.
Are you detecting that anyone's is better?
I think it's clashing styles, and I think both men are having their moments. It's been back and forth. It seems the more powerful shots, the big oh wow moments, have come from Umara, but
is impressing me with his ring generalship, the movement, and then the head movement, the ring, so clever. There you go, right there. Made him miss twice, and then the little left hook digging up and then moving out. I mean, this is maybe subtle stuff. I don't think so. I think these judges can see to the upside in this. Real good performance so far. See, you can back up if you make a miss when he comes in. That's work from Umara in this round. Definitely an Umara round on my very unofficial card, Kern.
Out round 6. I think it deserves to be said that
Umara answering, nice back and forth action. I saw more time in that round when Umara was the boss. Wait, no, what?
Wow, what a fascinating turn of events. Idalberto out for round 7.
Curran, I just looked up at the train. I don't know.
Idalberto
He just quit.
Umara was in this fight out for round 7, and that means Hendri Cedeño is going to take the super lightweight championship. Wow. Incredible. Hendri Cedeño men were motivated coming into this fight. Michael Woods, you just spoke with the corner. Did you find anything out?
Said what happened? Did he throw up, or was he about to throw up? But yeah, stomach theater of the unexpected, man.
Incredible, incredible. You can.
Did I jinx him?
Punch of the match. This is brought to you by Puncher's Chance Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey, supporting nothing. Let's take a look at some of the action from round 6.
Cedeño, he was being the better ring general, but no, I guess he was getting more chopped down than we thought, than we suspected. Moving in on him, getting countered, yes. It didn't, expending himself to the point where you talked about it, my friend. You said stamina. And so in there, over that round, the punch of the match was the punch of the match of me.
It seemed like there was going to be another 4 very tough rounds ahead, and you saw the emotion pouring out of Hendri Cedeño there. And Idalberto was affected there by the punishment. His corner decided to stop the fight. And let's take a look at what it looked like live. This is between rounds 6 and 7.
Down, talking to the trainer, saying, don't feel quite right. Is he offered to him? No. There's no vomiting. Right.
And let me just say, these are fighters is exiting the ring. These are fighters putting their lives on the line. So if you don't feel right for the round, right, only the fighter himself knows. And right, so that was the decision
but
made.
But it wasn't a bad round that he had. So I'm calling me completely missed.
It's going to be a TKO win for Hendri Cedeño. Let's get the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, based on information provided by the blue corner, the referee in charge, Frank Jen. The official time comes at the beginning of round number 7. Your winner by tiene and the new WBO Intercontinental Champ, Bazuca Cedeño.
Hendri Cedeño. It was seemingly a back and forth fight. Didn't come out of his corner. You get the big win. Talk us through the emotions that you're feeling right now.
Tremenda pelea, todos los rounds con mucha acción. De momento, obviamente, tú lo fuiste poco a poco trabajar después de esto.
No, verdaderamente, en primer lugar le doy gracias a Dios, gracias a todos los fanáticos King Promotion y Boxland Promotion por el gran trabajo que están haciendo en mi carrera y lo excelente como mismo trabajamos en el campo de entrenamiento. Vamos a meterle presión que después del King eres tú, él no va a aguantar tu presión constante con golpe continuo de abajo arriba y de arriba.
I'd also like to thank my team of King's Promotion and Box Lab Promotions for the work they're doing with me, just to keep the pressure on, Obviously, there was a strong round, round 3, but once we got...
Certainly the end result, and you pick up that belt here. We know that you got into fighting because of your father. All your fans at home in the Dominican Republic, what is your message to all your fans and your supporters on this big...
Aquí a tu hermano en tu esquina, cómo tú ves todo y ahora cómo tú ves el futuro.
Verdaderamente luz al final del túnel. Yo sé que vienen cosas grandes para mí, igualmente para mí. Esto es un envío que le mando a los que están en mi categoría, que me den la oportunidad.
No, again, it's great to do this, great to have my brother with me doing this. And this is just ¿Quieres saludar a la gente de la República Dominicana?
Claro que sí, un saludo a toda mi gente de la Romana, Villaverde, República, para lo que va a ser el boxeo mundial. Ya ustedes saben, Hendri Martínez, la Bazuca,
It's a big shout out to La Romana and all the Dominican Republic. You know, the Bazuca brothers are here, they're ready.
We know they're celebrating in the Dominican Republic tonight. Hendri Cedeño, congratulations, picking up the...